Thank you. Yeah, my voice is a bit broken. I'm a bit sick, so I will minimize my talking. That's okay. So yeah, welcome to today's call. Thank you for assisting. Let's start with quick updates. Gateway.
Hello. In respect to Gateway, we updated all node execution clients to latest versions, and RPC keeps working okay with them. And another point is we increased batch limits to 500 requests in a batch for private archival access for Gnosis. This works now. We need to finish it with a little bit of tweaks, and basically it's in progress now. That's from RPC about Gateway.
Okay, thank you. Shutter?
Yeah. So we have finished the MVP of the Shutter Explorer. Currently just polishing a couple of things. And on the stability side, we are a little bit behind because it requires also collaboration between Nethermind and us. What we did here is we have now a new deployment with the latest versions and a realistic setup on Giado. And as soon as the Nethermind nodes work with it, we will start intensive testing. On mainnet, we did a new long-term test, about 12 hours. We have a 6% failure rate. So 6% of the transactions were not included in the block as expected. So since we're a little bit behind on the stability side, we postponed the engine room release to first week of October, so next week, end of next week. Yeah, that's, I think, about it.
What's the engine room update?
So the kind of the engine room release is the name of our next bigger release after the launch on Gnosis Chain. So engine room basically, it aims to, for one, fix the stability issues and really robust and reliable, and then also provide more insights for the users how Shutter works. And that's why we built the Shutter Explorer. And here in the Shutter Explorer, you can, if you're using Shutter, you can look for your transactions and see how they go through the encrypted mempool. It looks like a little bit like a Etherscan for Shutterized transactions, and also more like general information about the Shutter system, like how many keepers, how many transactions have been processed, what's the average inclusion time, and things like that.
Okay, thanks. So for testing, any updates on Hive?
Hi, regarding Hive, we have fixed all the tests. Also, we have all new changes from upstream Hive repository, and we started to develop a new test for Shutter feature.
Okay, and Ethereum/tests?
Hello, guys. Yeah, we are fixing some compilation issues after adding the Nethermind code to retest ETH, and after that, we should be able to test the whole solution with Ethereum tests.
Got it. Thanks. Is there a link I can follow the work of Ethereum/tests?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah, so Would it be valuable for me to try to integrate Ethereum gas tests as it is now into Ref, or should I wait until it's complete?
I guess that you will need to, let's see. After we finish with this, if you have to do the same changes that I have to do, which I think is not the case, because you should be able to run the test on Ref. But the thing that I am working on right now is the generator of the test, let's say. And for that, we are planning to use Nethermind, and you should not need to face the same issues that we are facing right now. And you just will be able to use the test and that are generated after that. So you should not face those problems.
Okay, thanks. Cool. So client updates, Nethermind.
Yes, so we are testing a new release, and again, we will be faster, not that much like last time. I mean, I think on Ben's machine, it will be almost 800 megagas per second. What's more, we are working on Pectra stuff. Yeah, and I think if core devs decide to split the fork, then it means that we should start creating some Gnosis devnets. Yeah, and I think more or less that's it. Of course, we are progressing with 4.4s, with Portal Network, and a lot of other stuff.
Thank you. Erigon?
So for Erigon, no significant updates, except we did do a release for 2.x, but it's not very relevant to Gnosis. One small update for Pectra is that if the split does happen, which would mean the first leg of Pectra is going to happen probably in Jan next year, or before that, or slightly after that. In that case, our upcoming flagship release, Erigon 3, may not be all ported out for all the users, or we may not expect all users to have switched to Erigon 3 by then, so we would be releasing an Erigon 2 version of Pectra upgrade as well. So we would probably release both Erigon 2 and Erigon 3 for Pectra if the split is final. So that would also mean we'll do the same for Gnosis as well, unless Gnosis has some other kind of Pectra schedule, which we haven't decided upon yet. But if Gnosis is closely following the schedule of Pectra as the mainnet Ethereum, then we might do the same for Gnosis as well. That would also mean we will be focusing more on experimental changes on Erigon 3, including Kaplan, and we would try to make it more stable for upcoming Pectra release for both mainnet and Gnosis, and we may make a release on the devnets which would have Kaplan plus Erigon 3 as a combined package, and a classic Erigon 2 plus any other CL as a different offering. So yeah, that's something that we are deciding this week as we proceed with our offsite meetings for Erigon.
Okay, thank you. Geth?
Yep, so I was working on the rebase. There's been some issues introduced as the rebase happened. I'm currently tracing them. The good news is that I can compare against the non-rebase branch, so that's quite helpful. I found a couple issues, and I'm currently chasing a system contract execution problem. I haven't gotten to the bottom of this right now, but yeah, it should, since I have something to compare with, it should be pretty quick. But yeah, until then, no update.
Cool, thanks. And for Ref, no major updates. I'm working on unifying the block production and block verification flow, so Red doesn't reject different blocks. Cool.
Speaking of which, I forgot during my updates, Marcos, yeah, once again, sorry for getting the time wrong and not attending that meeting, but I should be able to replay, to use that testing framework to do my own debugging, right?
Yes, it's exactly the same for that it is for Red. The idea is that Nethermind is going to generate the test cases based on the Gnosis config, and then all the clients should be able to just run the test cases with the tools that are used to test the Ethereum test in general.
Yeah. Okay,
just
cool.
with the config for Gnosis.
Yeah, so I'm finishing this debugging session, but I'll ping you to try to make it work for Geth. Thanks.
Cool. Any other last minute comments or discussions? Then let's wrap it up. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you,
And
guys.
see you
Have a
next
nice
week.
week.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.